Everything you thought you knew about the conflict feels incomplete after reading Palestine. Joe Sacco's bruising reportage turns ink and paper into urgent witness. Immersive journalism. Sacco embeds himself like a determined detective of daily life. He wanders refugee camps, coffee houses, and alleys with a notebook ever ready. The panels capture cigarette smoke, laughter, and sudden grief with documentary sharpness. Dialogue remains unfiltered, giving voice to mothers, students, fighters, and suspicious officials. You sense dust under your nails and late-night tea burning your tongue. This immersion feels new for comics, yet familiar to investigative journalism devotees. Sacco balances note-taking, drawing, and cracked jokes, revealing his process with humility. Crucially, he never hides bias. Subjectivity is acknowledged, not masked by faux neutrality. That transparency builds trust even as viewpoint remains undeniably personal. Like Kapuscinski, he inserts himself, yet keeps focus on ordinary people's endurance. The approach changes what readers expect from political reporting and graphic memoir alike. By section's end, you accept the comic form as legitimate reportage, maybe irreplaceable. That revelation propels you deeper into the next page, hungry for further unvarnished testimony. Humanity amid oppression. Oppression saturates every anecdote, yet humanity keeps breaking through the cracks. Sacco avoids simple binaries of victim and villain. Israeli soldiers appear exhausted teenagers clutching orders bigger than their understanding. Palestinian fathers reminisce about orange groves, not martyrdom slogans. Checkpoints, curfews, and house demolitions build a landscape of mundane dread. Moments of normalcy, like wedding songs, pierce that dread with startling tenderness. Readers feel cognitive dissonance, mirroring the citizens trapped in protracted limbo. Sacco's cross-hatching heightens psychological pressure. Shadows seem to grip each panel's margins. When a boy displays shrapnel like seashells, the irony stings our conscience. Political statistics become tactile when etched into broken concrete and bruised faces. Few books translate structural violence into lived moments as viscerally as this one. That visceral translation makes abstract debates about borders feel heartbreakingly close. You exit the section recognizing empathy as a radical political resource. Sacco invites you to protect that resource from slogans that deaden moral imagination. The invitation lingers louder than any explicit manifesto. Craft and comics technique form meets function in line work that feels both jittery and journalistic. Sacco favors dense black ink, echoing camera grain from underground newsreels. Close-ups amplify emotion. Wide panels situate readers inside contested geography. Word balloons sometimes crowd frames, mirroring claustrophobic streets. Elsewhere, silent spreads let debris speak louder than narration. The book's pacing feels rhythmic, like alternating heartbeats of calm and chaos. Sacco often overlaps past and present through memory sequences rendered in softer greys. Those transitions avoid confusion because he anchors each memory with explicit dates. The chronology becomes a map guiding readers through decades of displacement. Lettering mimics hurried handwriting, reminding us the account was gathered on the move. Sound effects stay minimal, granting testimonies the acoustic space they deserve. Each craft decision reinforces credibility while keeping aesthetic appeal high. The result validates comics as a mature vehicle for long-form reportage. Viewers come away admiring not just content, but the disciplined drawing ethos. Lasting impact and verdict. 25 years later, its urgency refuses to age. News cycles reset, but the occupied streets depicted remain occupied today. Reading now feels like reconnecting unfinished conversations. That continuity turns the book into living evidence, not historical artifact. Still, readers should note limitations. Sacco visits Gaza briefly, so the strip receives less depth than the West Bank. He also travels with Palestinian guides, which colors access and perspective. Yet transparency about those choices prevents misreadings of authority. Comparing the work to recent digital reporting, print still offers unmatched attention span. The physical heft compels you to sit, turn pages, and truly consider. Sacco demands that level of engagement and rewards it with nuance. My verdict is unequivocal. This remains essential reading for journalists and citizens alike. If you crave stories beyond headlines, Palestine will stretch your empathy muscles hard. Just prepare to have comfortable certainties stripped away, panel by panel. That stripping is the book's true service. Grab the full deep dive article through the link below for more insights.